Jesus. It's cold in New York. That was a pretty cool Spider-Man trailer, wasn't it? I'm really excited for it. I mean, I really liked Spider-Man Homecoming, and I think that more Spider-Man from this same crew is not a bad thing, even in a post Into the Spider-Verse world that we're currently living in. But what is kind of a bad thing is how this could affect the way Marvel promotes its movies in the future. I mean, after all, it does kind of spoil a major plot point for Avengers Endgame. And if they do this with this movie, what's to say that they won't just do it with future movies, the movies that are soon to come from the Marvel Cinematic Universe? Okay, so let's back up a minute here and look at everything from a distance. I would say spoiler alert for Avengers Infinity War, but I mean, come on. You guys have seen it, right? It made more money than any other movie last year. I'm expecting you all to be on the same page at this point in time. So at the end of Avengers Infinity War, Thanos succeeds in erasing nearly half of the entire population of the universe. 50% of all living things just wiped from existence. And this includes some pretty big name characters like Doctor Strange, Black Panther, the Guardians of the Galaxy, and most crucially, especially for this video, Spider-Man, and what many consider to be the most heartbreaking scene in the entire movie. And truth be told, it was sad and shocking. We just don't get bleak endings to superhero movies like this. Sure, we got the Captain Marvel tease at the end, but by that point, what could she possibly do to reverse all of this? I mean, even Batman vs. Superman, a movie that was oppressively bleak, offered a slight glimmer of hope that things weren't as dire as they currently appear to be. Yep, said something nice about BVS. Mark your calendars, this doesn't happen very often, so might as well relish in this moment. Now, the only real problem with this whole everybody is dead strategy is that we live in the 21st century. Big budget Hollywood movies cost millions of dollars to make and take in billions of dollars at the box office. So pretty much a movie like that is almost guaranteed a sequel right from the onset. I mean, Infinity War is the 19th film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the way modern Hollywood works is that a sequel is usually announced before the preceding film is even released. That's the way all the Avengers movies have been released in one extent or the other. We knew coming out of Infinity War, even before the post-credits scene was shown, that there was going to be another one. But even with all of that, the fact that half of the universe's population was wiped from existence was the major revelation of Infinity War. This is why they waited so long to release the trailer for Avengers Endgame. Hell, this is why they waited so long to tell us that Avengers 4 was going to be called Endgame. I mean, major heroes got the axe. Spider-Man, the most popular superhero on the planet, got the axe. And yet here we are. We do finally have a trailer for Avengers Endgame, and it just reinforces the fact that Thanos succeeded, that half of all the characters are missing and presumed dead. One of those characters being Spider-Man, who they make it a point to reference in the trailer as missing. Will he be okay? Are they going to bring him back? Well, guess what? He's fine. Here's the trailer for his new movie.
Sup, dickwad?
And in case there was any lingering doubt, Kevin Feige did confirm that Spider-Man Far From Home takes place after Avengers Endgame. So follow me here. Let's say that you are a major Hollywood movie studio. First of all, I have scripts. Second, let's say that you're about to release your biggest film ever, the biggest film you have ever released. But before that movie comes out, you release a trailer for the next film in your slate, and it just so happens to reveal that somebody who died in your last movie is alive and well. And look, I know it's kind of silly to be upset about this because if we're being real, comic book characters come back from the dead all the damn time. I've even said on this channel that I know that all of these characters are coming back in some form or another. And I mean, it's not like Marvel hasn't brought characters back from the dead in their movies. They killed off Bucky only to bring him back as the Winter Soldier. They killed off Agent Coulson only to bring him back to TV. I mean, even Red Skull just magically appeared in Infinity War after being killed off in Captain America: The First Avenger. And I think overall, the general public is aware of this too. I mean, sure, a lot of people were crying when Spider-Man literally bit the dust, but overall, I think people are aware that superheroes come back from this sort of thing. I mean, even my wife was like, wait, why is everybody crying? He's coming back. You don't kill off Spider-Man. My wife is also cursed to live with me for the rest of her life, so she probably heard me mutter that once or twice in my sleep. And I get that Spider-Man is kind of having a moment right now, but I kind of wish that they would have waited until well after Endgame got released to even announce a new Tom Holland Spider-Man movie. I guess what I'm most upset about is the loss of the illusion of mystery. Like, Marvel isn't even going to try and pretend like Spider-Man and everyone else is really gone. It's kind of like how in The Force Awakens they played off showing the Millennium Falcon for the first time on screen as this grand epic reveal, even though it was shown in the very first teaser trailer for the movie. But on the other hand, that's just a vehicle. That's one thing. We're talking about death here. That's something that's supposed to be the most permanent thing, and now you're revealing in your trailers that it's not so permanent. And you're not telling us how it's not so permanent. I remember when Justice League was coming out and Warner Brothers was trying really hard to convince us that Superman was not in the movie, even though we all knew he was. Yeah, I found it strange at the time, but looking back on it, I kind of admire their commitment to the illusion. And that's two nice things about the DC films and a video about a Marvel movie. Don't say I'm biased. Now, all that said, I don't exactly know how Spider-Man and Nick Fury and Maria Hill come back for Far From Home, or if any other characters come back. I don't know if anyone's actually going to die permanently in Endgame, so there's still that sense of mystery going on. And to be clear, I'm still looking forward to Far From Home. In fact, if you just care about the Spider-Man movies and you just watch this trailer, you might feel like you didn't really miss anything. The trailer alone just feels like a natural progression from Homecoming to this. But man, do I wish they just would have played along. Like, announce the Black Widow movie as your first post-Endgame film, and maybe wait till 2020 to announce or release your new Spider-Man film. Because if they're basically willing to spoil Endgame and reveal that yes, characters do come back, imagine what they could do in the future. They could possibly just spoil their future movies going on. Like, imagine if the trailer for the Black Widow movie spoiled something about Doctor Strange 2 before Doctor Strange 2 even came out. That's what I'm talking about here. It's almost as if they're saying that the stories in general don't matter, but they do. That's why we come to these movies, and that's why we keep sticking around for them. Make sure we know that you think the stories matter, so that we will think they matter. Because otherwise, if you just keep spoiling your future movies in your trailers for your current ones, then we're just gonna watch the trailers. Those are free online. And because Marvel really is the standard bearer for not just comic book movies, but all big budget Hollywood movies in this day and age, I imagine a lot more studios are gonna copy this strategy. Like, I'm surprised that Shazam hasn't just shown that Darkseid is in the trailers. I hope he's not, but I'm talking about things along those lines. So basically what I'm saying, Marvel, is you play with our emotions a lot already. One more play wouldn't hurt us. In fact, it might have made your movie, your future movie, a little bit more interesting. But that's just me. What do you guys think about Marvel's release strategy for Spider-Man Far From Home? Do you think it's a good idea? Should they have waited until well after Endgame, or do you want to know now about the upcoming Spider-Man film? Let me know down below or anywhere on the internet. I know technically it's a Sony picture and Sony is really in charge of Spider-Man, its marketing and all that, but I mean, come on. Marvel has a big hand in this particular subset of Spider-Man films. They could have said something to them. And I know a lot of people are like, well, Into the Spider-Verse was so great, it was best Spider-Man movie ever. Do we really need the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies now? To which I just have to say, ¿Por qué no las dos? I have Amazon affiliate links in the description to some Spider-Man comics I think will help tide you over until the release of Far From Home. Also, don't forget to check out Wulff Den Apparel, the #1 clothing line for keeping me warm in my cold basement. And of course, don't forget that we have new videos every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, Wulff Den Live. So subscribe to see all of that, like this video, and share it with a friend who also thinks it's a little strange that Marvel would technically kind of sort of spoil the end of Endgame, even though we already know that's gonna happen. It's hard being a fan of these kind of movies in this day and age because you just know how it ends already. It sucks. Don't watch trailers. But thank you all for watching this, and I'll see you next time.